special viewer mod episode. You voted for your favorite games. We put them all into one big show. If you don't like it, blame yourself. It's game time. I went to the message boards and all I got was this crappy intro. It's Adam Zessler and Morgan Webb.
Hello and welcome to X-Play's Viewer Mod.
Yes, today's show was designed by the fans.
Yes, you went to our website and voted in record numbers.
On everything from the games you wanted us to review to the clothes you'd like us to wear.
Sure, we clash horribly, but that's how you wanted it. And it's good to know our demographic has better things to do than color coordinate.
Yes, and we learned something else. Something deep and powerful. Our fans just want to see Star Wars and Final Fantasy games. Nerds.
You also voted on stupid things you'd like us to do in today's show, and even selected a secret word you'd like us to say.
The password is Tinky Winky.
Plus, you voted that you wanted me to be spanked by Yuna, the cute girl from Final Fantasy. And if I have to take one for the team, fine.
Okay, but before we get to all that, we kick the show off with something both the fans and Adam and I are in total agreement about.
Healthcare reform.
Actually, KOTOR.
Right, Knights of the Old Republic. That was X-Play's best game of 2003, and you agreed. And for that, we love you.
So here it is, because you requested it, the Xbox game you most wanted to see, a review of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Message to Jedi wannabes everywhere. Put down the plastic lightsabers and write a thank you note to BioWare. Knights of the Old Republic has arrived. Now, I know that Star Wars games tend to be a bit disappointing at times. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Galaxies. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is not only a great Star Wars game, it's actually one of the best Xbox games yet.
How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
No, seriously, it's really good. Set 4,000 years before the movies, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic takes place an even longer time ago, in a galaxy just as far away. Despite being the ultimate prequel, lots of things will be familiar. The Jedi still fight the Sith, Tatooine's still a big desert, and the blasters even sound the same. See? Not a Star Destroyer, yet reminiscent of a Star Destroyer. Aiding a young, attractive female Jedi named Bastila, you must assemble a ragtag team of Star Wars stereotypes to defeat the evil Darth Malak and, of course, save the galaxy. Maybe. All snark aside, the story is actually quite good. But if I spoil anything, the fanboy death squads will put a price on my head the size of a Wookiee. Depending on your actions and your choices, you can become either a light or dark Jedi. This affects how people react to you, and also your character's appearance. Apparently, being evil leaves no time to hit the tanning salon. The dozens of side quests throughout the game add tons of playtime. Lots of people in the Star Wars universe have trouble solving their own problems.
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed.
Wussy light side Jedi will help these unfortunate fools, like this woman who is unusually attached to her droid.
Oh, it's just so good to have him back. We're just gonna go right home, right now, and celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid?
Please kill me.
However, I have much more fun using the Jedi mind trick to force a widow to give me her only possession.
This raid plate is all I have left.
You will give me the plate for half price.
Half is acceptable to me. I agree.
I love the Jedi mind trick.
There is a docking fee of 100 credits.
I don't need to pay the docking fee.
You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee.
It just doesn't get old.
It troubles me to see you behaving this way.
If you prefer evil didn't reign for some reason, don't worry. The game is designed to be fun no matter which path you choose. Being good doesn't mean the game will be harder. It's just different. Combat plays out in real time, but it's technically turn-based. Since this is an RPG, hits and misses are calculated with stats and ability scores. You can pause and plan strategy out, or you can just hit attack and let the battles play themselves. Either way, it manages to be both cinematic and strategic. We give Knights of the Old Republic a 5 out of 5. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to continue my journey towards the dark side.
You are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all.
Oh, it's nice when the fans agree with us about something.
Yes, it's a lot less nice when they vote in droves to have Morgan and I Jazzercise on national television.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, Jazzercise is a blend of jazz dance and exercise science. It's choreographed to combine a great cardiovascular workout with resistance training and stretching. It's also humiliating.
And emasculating.
The important thing is that the fans clearly care about us and want us to engage in some sort of healthy behavior. Or maybe they just want to watch us jump up and down.
Yeah.
Jerks.
1, 2. Stick around, there's more.
Coming up, because you voted for it.
We've got Final Fantasy 11 and 10, 2.
Hey, Adam, I have something for you.
What is it?
It's your manhood.
Just off break.
Turn. Coming up, you people love Final Fantasy. You really love it. Working hard for the money, so you better treat them right. It's Adam Setzler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to this very special viewer mod episode of X-Play. That's right, you went to our website to vote for the games you wanted to see us review, including a lot of Final Fantasy titles.
Come on, why won't this refresh? Anything but a Final Fantasy game. Vote.
Okay, anyway, we know that for some reason, many of you are enamored of Square Enix's long-running Final Fantasy series. And since you've proven that you like doing things online, like this episode, it's no surprise you voted to see a review of Final Fantasy XI for the PC.
Why won't this refresh? Damn it!
I'm clashing your head. Final Fantasy XI marks a major departure for the Final Fantasy series. After 10 single-player RPGs, Square Enix has struck out into the massively multiplayer realm. After slogging my way through the clumsy interface, I'm ready to create my character. Let's see. Okay, not into this cutesy-wootsy munchie cheat thing. I'll go with a hot cat girl. Yeah, that's normal. The world of Vana'diel is pretty standard fantasy. It's formerly pure, but now it's under siege by some kind of evil. Only you and thousands of other players can save the place from the rampaging hordes of orcs and other monsters. Like this evil sheep. What? You've never seen evil sheep before? They're bad. Oh, sorry. Most of your time in Final Fantasy XI is spent killing things to gain experience, which will then let you level up so you can kill bigger things for more experience and level up some more. For instance, you can kill these bunnies easily. Leveling up to bunny slaughter seems like a great idea, until you run into a bunny that can kick your ass just by thinking about it. There's no warning. You just die horribly at the hands of Uber Bunny and earn a nice experience penalty. Then you go out, and just as you get back to where you were before, here comes the murder machine with the motor in its nose again.
Ah! Morgan!
Yes?
Ah! You do this.
Okay. I'll just switch over to my white mage guy. Off we go. Okay, Adam isn't totally off base here. Final Fantasy XI's interface is awkward at first, and you do run into the occasional Uber rabbit. However, there's plenty of good stuff too. It's certainly one of the prettiest massively multiplayer games around. The environments are incredibly detailed, and just wandering aimlessly is a treat. The character selection is slightly limited in the number of faces you can choose, so expect to see a lot of identical people around. Thankfully, the jobs and abilities you can earn are anything but limited. You start out with a main job, like warrior, white mage, and that kind of thing. Later, you can add on a sub-job, which lets you earn the abilities of another class. Final Fantasy XI encourages you to experiment with this. Switching jobs carries no penalty, and the game even rewards you for it eventually. You'll also notice a lot of Japanese players around. Final Fantasy XI has been online for a while in Japan. Not only is the game stable and smooth, but most people are experienced and really nice and helpful. See, if Adam would actually talk to people, he might enjoy this more. If you're not into the massively multiplayer thing, Final Fantasy XI probably isn't gonna change your mind. But fans of this kind of game will find a lot to love here. Chalk up Final Fantasy XI as a 4 out of 5, bunnies and all.
A lot of the men in this game are pretty. Pretty in a way that would make Jerry Falwell uncomfortable. Of course, he's also the guy who claimed Teletubby Tinky Winky was gay because he has a purple purse. People, there is nothing wrong with a grown asexual Teletubby carrying a purple purse.
You know, Final Fantasy characters having perfect hair all the time, even in the heat of battle, that I find offensive.
I said Tinky Winky.
I know. 1 down, 2 reviews, and 1 Una-related spanking to go.
I cannot tell you how thrilled I am that we let the fans, the very people who threatened me with physical violence for disliking Dragon Ball Z, that we let them design today's show.
Yes, you went to our website, techtv.com/xplay, and voted for the games you wanted to see us review. And it turns out that you like Star Wars. You like it a whole heaping bunch with whipped cream on top.
You also like making me look like a dork. Thanks. So, because you wanted it, here's our review of Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike for the GameCube.
Seen it.
Orders.
Done it.
5 left.
That's new. Hey, now we're talking. It's a smorgasbord of old and new in Star Wars Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron 3. Can we maybe start shortening these Star Wars titles, please? Between this and the Jedi Knight series, it's starting to take longer to say the name than play the game. The structure of Rebel Strike will be familiar to Rogue Squadron veterans. You play through a series of missions as Luke and Wedge of Rogue Squadron.
You've picked up the Advanced Shield Tech upgrade.
Blasting your way through various movie locales and expanded universe settings. You begin right after the destruction of the first Death Star, defending the rebel leaders from an Imperial counterattack.
If it hadn't been for Skywalker, Starfleet wouldn't find any survivors.
From there, you can follow Luke's path through the battles of the films, or go with Wedge on a few lesser-known expeditions. Wedge even makes a stop off at Geonosis to pick up some prequel memorabilia.
It's a Jedi Starfighter!
And that Jedi Starfighter contains sonic mines. Love that sound. You also get the opportunity to tromp around in a Scout Walker now and then, as well as hop on a speeder bike for the Endor chase scene. This is by far the best version of the speeder chase ever done, and has an amazing sense of speed. Just watch out for that tree. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, Adam, there are space battles, ground battles, shootouts on foot, speeder bike missions, classic arcade games, movie clips, and even that cool sonic mine sound effect. But for the love of God, is there a Hoth level? Fear not, my friends. There are 2 Hoth levels. 3 if you count the co-op multiplayer mission. That's right, I said co-op. One of the coolest features of Rebel Strike is the multiplayer mode that lets you play through Rogue Leader in its entirety with a friend.
Red Leader, we can't take much more!
The missions have even been beefed up with more and tougher enemies, so you won't just be cruising through it without using some teamwork.
Almost there.
The co-op and bonus versus modes give Rebel Strike far more longevity than any of the previous games in the series.
Help me take out those fighters!
It may not be a giant leap forward from Rogue Leader, but Rebel Strike tries some new things and improves on already excellent vehicle combat.
Need assistance!
There's a huge amount of content here, both single and multiplayer, and it nets Rebel Strike a 5 out of 5. Even if it does feature a dancing Wookiee.
Yep, this game has more extras than you can shake your Tinky Winky at. And you people made me say that.
Now, of course, we understand why you love this game. Hawk levels, speeder bikes, Vader, disco dancing.
I mean, who doesn't love to see an iconic figure of brooding evil do the pointy dance?
I mean, you guys wanted to see Adam jazzercise earlier.
I rest my case. And during the break, I'll be voting for anything other than a Japanese RPG featuring well-groomed teens.
Yeah, good luck with that. We'll be back with your final review choice and Adam getting spanked by Yuna.
Oh, that's good. But how many times could I vote during the break? Like 2,000? 2001? 10?
Up next, for some reason, fanboys love Final Fantasy X-2. I wonder why. The viewers spoke, and they grudgingly listened. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
No. Welcome back to this special viewer-designed episode of X-Play.
When we opened our message boards and our hearts to our fans, we didn't really think you would vote for us to jazzercise.
Or say the word Tinky Winky.
Or that you would want to watch Final Fantasy X-2.
Maybe it's the scantily clad women.
Maybe it's the toe-tapping musical numbers.
Or maybe it's that you like the way my blood pressure rises when I have to play irritating Japanese RPGs.
Whatever the reason, here's your moment of happiness. Our review of Final Fantasy X-2 for the PlayStation 2.
Ready, boys?
Of course he's ready.
When Final Fantasy X-2 was first unveiled, RPG nuts worldwide were certainly excited. However, newcomers to the most famous role-playing series ever might get a rash from repeatedly scratching their heads in confusion.
Who the heck is Len?
Nonetheless, X2 kicks the proverbial ass. You just need to get with the program. Veterans of the Final Fantasy series know that having heroes in life-threatening jeopardy is simply just par for the course. Poor girl. But what you might not know about is all the singing. And dancing. Yep, Britney Spears has nothing on this show. X2 has Yuna, the quiet, straight-laced heroine of the first game, letting her hair down with her friends Riku and the newcomer Pain as part of a sphere hunting team known as the Gullwings. Say cheese! The girls can fly around the world of Spira in this aircraft, but it can be difficult to keep track of the main quest. Hi, is this a sub-quest? Hi, do you know if this is the main quest or not? I'm trying to find the main quest.
That's right.
The simple fact is, there's so much to do around Spira that a better name for the game might have been Side Quests, the video game.
What?
Asfinger says what?
What?
Never mind. What follows is a good deal of combat, and the opposition can be really nasty. It's a good thing these girls brought along a change of whites. Every girl knows that having the right outfit and accessories is crucial for making the right impression. No. No. Please. Well, how about the sexy yet sinister witchy poo look?
It's a little embarrassing.
Each outfit allows for different strengths, and the right combos can lead to some classic victories. For example, one girl can mesmerize a fellow with her songs and foxy dancing.
Want to sing along?
But another girl can steal stuff from them while they're mesmerized.
It's out on the wrist.
And when they have nothing left to give, you can finish them off while they're sleeping.
You had your chance to run.
Like I said, classic.
How's that?
But it's not all action. In between missions, there's still plenty of time to run around the ship playing grab ass. La 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 la, monkey butt. Or simply throw a little party on deck. Yeah, so okay. The game might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's fun, lengthy, and action-packed. We give Final Fantasy X-2 a pop-rockin', chick-lovin', way cutesy.
You haven't changed a bit, Tubby.
4 out of 5.
What? You know that's...
Hey, if you watched this episode and thought, man, those fans are crazy.
Why?
Why not vote for something other than Final Fantasy when our next viewer mod comes around? It's at techtv.com/xplay.
I know there's a couple of you out there. If you can't possibly imagine what type of people would subject us to 2 RPGs in one show, then go to our message boards and elevate the level of discourse.
And thanks to all the fans who voted. You guys make all of this possible.
Yes, so it's over. It's all over. No more Final Fantasy, no more Tinky Winky, no more shame.
Actually, the fans voted for one last thing to happen.
I thought we weren't going to do that. Oh, but if I have to, you know what? I will bring it on there, cutie.
Well, given the choice of seeing us sing, run with scissors, or do the moonwalk, the fans voted for Adam to be spanked by Yuna from Final Fantasy.
What? Oh,
Too magic! Too magic! Too magic!
I'm losing hit points.
Of course, Yuna isn't real, so we went to an anime convention and brought back a cosplayer who dresses up like her.
Oh, no.
Come on, let the spanking commence. I like this.
Too magic! Too magic! Too magic!
Thanks for watching the show. If you want to see you want to vote on another Viewer Mod episode, just go to techtv.com/xplay. Was that as much as you had hoped it was going to be?
I had liked my ass once.
Yeah, and now it's all
It's
over.
malformed.
Thank you for watching X-Play.
Bye, Mom.
Today on X-Play, Psyops proves that a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Was that as much as you had hoped it was going to be?
I had liked my ass once.
Yeah, and now it's all
It's
over.
malformed.
Thank you for watching X-Play.
Bye, Mom.